Apologies, I'm on my last delivery and then I'm getting dinner and then going out.
It's fine.
Uh, well, my time management is so bad, but like DoorDash is also so bad. So it's like,
Yeah,
unless
Basil,
I'm,
you're not the only one. My time management can be a little bit crazy too.
Okay, we are. Basil, you want to start everything off?
yeah, give me a second. Hey, everybody, this is Rockin' with Raul and the Three Amigos, and we have a very special guest this week. He works for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and for the Union.
Uh, can you, William, you want to start off with the question?
Yeah, can you can you can you talk about yourself and about what you do?
Sure, sure. Thank you, Rahul and Basil and William for having me on tonight. Um, I'm Elisha Morris, president of Ask Me Local 1980. I am an employee with the Pennsylvania Department of uh, Transportation, PennDOT, commonly called PennDOT. I work in the driver licensing division, and I sit behind the booth and I give you your driver's license and replacement and your real ID and restore you if you've been suspended and take your license from you if you've been suspended. Hold on to it and send it up to Harrisburg. And then if when your suspension is up, you come back in and we return that license to you. So I appreciate an opportunity to come on tonight and talk about both a little bit of my work at PennDOT, but more so about Ask Me Local 1980, where most of the employees at PennDOT belong to, who are in driver licensing center, as well as we have some 259 members of the union who are dues paying members. And then we have an additional 125 individuals who are not dues paying members yet, because I'm on a mission to get everybody to be a dues paying member.
How long have you been working for PennDOT for, and which location do you work at?
I've been with PennDOT 4 years now. I am at the King of Prussia Center location. So you know where King of Prussia Mall is, and there's
Yeah.
Golf Road right there. So across Golf Road, there's a hotel that they actually tore down part of it, a Best Western. They're rebuilding a brand new hotel, which is awesome. And right next door to that is the lot where we are. We're in the back. You can't actually see us from Golf Road and 202, which is the corner there. But when you turn off at 202 on the Golf Road, come up and there's a small driveway and you go past I think it's a Pizza Hut.
Okay.
It's a pizza store there. And you go on the side of it, and then there's a smoke shop. A lot of people might know where the smoke shop is on Golf. Go past smoke shop, and when you get to the end of the building, make a left. That's where we are.
Okay.
Driver licensing center, right there on Golf Road in
Are
King
you are
Prussia.
you like the supervisor or backup supervisor?
Oh no, 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 no! I don't do management. No, no.
The
I like to
customer
go.
requested you leave the order at their door. They
I
added the
like to go to
following
work,
instructions. Leave at
do
my
my
door.
work, and go home. And now I go to work, do my work, and then I go and do union work. So yeah, no, I'm not the manager or one of the backup managers. No.
Okay. I the first time when I applied for PennDOT, I had an interview at King of Prussia, but I never got the job over there. Then I interviewed at the Dublin location. After Dublin, I interviewed at the Granite Run in Media, and I got the agreed a position. And Betty was my supervisor first over there, Betty Gury. Um,
Uh-huh.
and now it's Tierra Weekly. She's my supervisor now.
Yes,
And
Tierra.
yeah, and I've been in March will be my second year working at PennDOT, and um, it's I like working. I'm a friendly guy, so I like helping people out, and it's that's why I chose the greeter's job. Um, and today was hectic because all the credit card and debit card machine was
Went out.
uh,
Oh,
went out, so it was hectic day today.
yeah. It today was that one of those kind of days. We say when you work for PennDOT, every day is different. The rules change every day, and the rules changed today because there were no credit cards or Apple Pay, or you couldn't do anything online when it came to paying. So we had to grab
Use
people at the door and tell them they had to go back and get a checkbook or run and get a money order. So it was quite a day. But people's attitudes at King of Prussia, at least, were pretty good. Nobody was upset about it. Some disappointment. Some people wish
yeah
they had bought the checkbook, but no bad thing. It's interesting. You said you interviewed 3 different times. I interviewed 3 different places also.
yeah
King of Prussia, 70th Street, and 8th and Market.
okay
King of Prussia called me back, some weeks later, it was a while. It was a while.
yeah
Offered me the position, and I had said whichever place offered me the position first, I would move close to it, so I could be close to work and not worried about anything. If my car broke down or whatever, I'd still be able to. I see Basil is doing a delivery tonight. He's Ubering or something for food. In my mind, Basil, I was like, I need to be able to get an Uber and get to work real quick. So I'm like 15 minutes away from my job in King of Prussia. So when they called me, I said, okay, I'm going to live in King of Prussia area, and that's what I did. Bought a house over there 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago, and but I thought I might get a house in right outside of Philly, in Southwest, because 70th Street is there. I was thinking Yaden and places around there. And then I said, well, if it's Center City, I definitely don't want to live in Center City, but there are different parts of North Philadelphia around there where I thought I could get a place. But yeah, I interviewed 3 times myself, and King of Prussia called me first and offered me the position, and I took it.
okay. William, you want to ask the next couple of questions?
Yeah. What number are we on?
Number 3.
Okay. What do you like about your job?
William, everything. I am a graduate of Cheney University, class of 1984. Cheney's the oldest Black historical institution of higher learning in the nation. And I came out with a degree in social related sciences, a social worker, basically, and spent my career working for nonprofits as a social worker in the community, hands-on, trying to deal with our young people and even our parents. Did a program dealing with gunshot victims between the ages of 15 and 34, and seen at 3 different hospitals around the city: CHOP, Temple, and Jefferson. And all of my work has always been around helping people. As you see, it says Reverend Elisha B. Morris. I'm an ordained reverend in the church, and really retired from being a youth pastor. I was a youth pastor for about 30 years in the church, and I figure I'm too old to understand all y'all music today. I knew the music of the young people that I know now who are in their 30s, but the music they know now, I just, it's a little bit much for me. And so my job has always been mentoring, leading, teaching, training, coaching. My son and some of my sons and daughters in the church and the NAACP and community organizations I belong to would tell you he's also a dad, which means that's their way of saying that I can be stern, a disciplinarian, and mean. I'm not really mean, but I am a dad. I am a dad. I was raised by my dad. And so when dads speak, everybody shuts up and listens. And then they move to do what dad says. And when that doesn't happen for me, well, yeah, there's a little bit of, I don't call him mean. I just say I'm a dad. And so I react like a dad when that doesn't happen. But I like the part of my job that gets me to interact with people. I can't help it when a young person comes in to get a driver's license and they're reeking of street marijuana. And I'm like, yo, home, you really playing yourself. I could really make a call right now and make sure you couldn't get this license. I said, you're high coming in here to get a license. And you drove here. And they look at me. I said, oh yeah, I know you drove here. And you're going to get a license because your license, no, it's not a license. They're coming for an ID. Their license got suspended. So they come for an ID. And Basil, they're getting ready to go right back out in the parking lot, get in the car, put the key in the ignition, turn the ignition, and drive away.
Terrible.
And I can't help but talk to them as a dad who's kind of angry that they're being stupid and opening themselves up to an encounter with the suburban law and possibly having their license suspended for a longer period of time and fined and even jailed, because if the police were to sit in our parking lot on any day, they could make 5, 6, 7 arrests. Because once you put the key in the ignition and turn it, you don't have to move the car. Once you start the car, you've just broken the law because you're high. Even though you can drive, so you say, and all that, but the marijuana reeking from your whole body, gets you in trouble. So I enjoy my job, William, because when I run into young people, male and female, black, white, Latino, doesn't matter, who are acting like that, I feel it's my responsibility to speak to them, give them some counsel in the hopes that they change, because I could be the person that they get in the car and hit.
Yeah.
Because they're high.
Yeah.
It could ruin my car, take my life. So I don't want it to happen to anybody. I don't want it to happen to me. So I would say something. So
I wouldn't want that happening to me either.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it to happen to you either.
I want it to happen to you too.
In
Right.
Granite Run, where I work at, when people come in, I could smell the marijuana
Yes.
from
Yeah.
walking in.
Yeah. Not only that, I have people who come in who are high from alcohol, and you can smell that. And their license is suspended. They come in to get a ID card or to have their license restored. And I'm like, yo, you are reeking. You're killing me over here on this counter. You're coming in here to have your license restored, and I would say you're drunk because it's smell alcohol so much. But they're older. The alcoholics are there's some young people, but they're mainly grown men and women, which is, I guess I thought it had subsided, but it hasn't. and in the King of Prussia area, and the areas where I go, it's prevalent. It's like every day you see it in our driver licensing center. So again, it's an opportunity to help people. Can't spend a lot of time doing it because I got to keep my work going and help the folk get what they're asking for. But I still, even to the adults, say something to them. Well, let's hope you don't come back for the third time. And they're like, yeah. Or sometime I'll say, let's hope you don't. This is your fourth suspension. Maybe you kind of think about what you're doing, because 4 times it didn't go well for you. Yeah, I guess you're right, they would say. But I'm like, yeah, I know I'm right, which is why I'm saying it. But what I really would say to them, if I wasn't at my job and they were coming in there, if I wasn't working there but I was there, I'd be like, why are you all even giving them another license? 4 times they've been arrested for DUI. At some point there has to be a real consequence. Suspending the license obviously isn't a real consequence for the
Turn
majority
right on Stephen Road.
Yeah.
But I enjoy my job for those reasons. Plus, I enjoy the people I work with.
Yeah.
I just met Rahul 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
2 weeks ago. Nice guy. And here I am on you guys' podcast. So yeah, I enjoy meeting new young people, meeting new people at work. I was at an orientation on yesterday. 2 new members. They're not PennDOT. They're Department of Revenue. I also represent people who work for the Department of Revenue for Pennsylvania. And they're in Center City, 8th and Arch. And I was gave them orientation yesterday and got to spend a few minutes with them and talk with their supervisor. It is amazing. I don't know what Basil and William, I don't know what you do, but the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is looking for y'all. They want to hire you. So I think, you should tell every week. You guys do this weekly. You should tell every week people who tune in to your podcast to go to pajobs.gov or Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Jobs and apply for all of those entry-level jobs. They're great family sustaining jobs. They give you benefits, they give you pension. And the governor, our new governor, Josh Shapiro, great guy, former rep, former commissioner here in Montgomery County. He has revamped the way we apply for jobs. Maybe not apply, but the requirements to get these jobs, where you used to have a college degree to do, really what amounts to clerical work. The work that I do, it's really clerical work. Now you gotta know what you're doing, and I'll talk about the stuff that I do in a minute. But he said it's the kind of work where you can have a degree and do it, but you don't need a degree. If you're a good high school student, you can graduate from high school knowing how to do basic math and what have you, and be able to do a lot of the positions in the state and move up. Now, as you move up, the state will train you. So you don't need a college degree. They'll train you to do the stuff that you're doing as you move up. And again, I've had a couple of young people I've talked to, and one of them, 2 of them now have applied and gotten jobs with the state, and they're still in school. One is in a trade school learning to be an auto mechanic. Another's in college, but they work for the state full time, go to school part time, and they're still living at home. Well, one's living at home and able to save money, help out the household bills a little bit, and still have a good pot of money for themselves and what they need to do. So state jobs, guys, it helps to keep you home. Your parents would love for you to be close to home and not get a job, in California or
Turn right on Conshohocken State
New
Road.
Mexico or someplace and be so far away. So consider it and talk to your friends. They should consider it also. Work for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We're looking for
In a
smart,
quarter mile, turn
energetic,
left on East Montgomery
teachable
Avenue.
young people.
William,
sounds
Basil,
cool.
you want to ask the next couple of questions?
Yeah, I got this one. To where you are
Turn
now,
left on East
what,
Montgomery
what
Avenue.
colleges did you go to, and what was your degree?
BA in Social Related Sciences, Cheney University, class of 1984. Yes, I'm a dinosaur, but I'm a good-looking dinosaur. And
In a quarter
Germantown
mile,
High
turn
School, now closed after 99 years of educating young people in the heart and soul of Germantown, PA. And Henry Howard Houston Elementary School in Mount Airy, where I was born and raised.
turn left.
There at Rural and Allen's Lane. And, Bible college, classes, trainings, and seminars, workshops that I've taken and all that kind of thing, both for Bible as well as how to be a mentor and mentoring young people and that kind of thing. And I've enjoyed it all. I've traveled the country teaching. I'm a teacher by trade. I really should have gone to school for it. Didn't realize I was a teacher when I was in school. I love to help people, so I thought that was a social work. But as it turned out, I teach. I'm a better teacher than I am anything, and I love it. I love it. I teach Sunday school. Guys come by to church one Sunday morning at 10:30, at 9:30 rather. Are you up that early on Sunday morning? 9:30, come Sunday school.
Yeah.
Come Sunday school. I'm at the Christian Tabernacle Church of Philadelphia, Church of God in Christ. We're located at 1526 West Cumberland Street in North Philadelphia. That's zip code 32. And that's right off of Broad and Cumberland, between York and what's that other street up there? York and Cumberland. Yeah, between York and Cumberland, on Cumberland. Right off of Temple's campus, just a little north of Temple's campus. Love to teach, love to have the dialogue. When I was advisor for the NAACP youth group here in Philadelphia, and then I became the regional advisor and the state advisor, probably 15, 20 years. And I love to do workshops and interact with the young people there, but the greatest part of it was to get feedback. Sometimes, I would say things, they'd ask me to present workshops on various topics, and I would say things just to get the feedback from the young people, because it's when young people interact with older people, that's when everybody really learns. Yeah. Everybody gets to build themselves up, and everybody gets built up, because the Bible says that he called the young because they're strong, they can do. He calls the old because they're wise. They've made the mistakes. They fell in the ditch. They figured out how to get out of the ditch. And so they can teach young people how not to walk into those ditches. Yeah. Because there are newer ditches that old people don't know anything about you to fall in, but at least we help you not fall in some of the older ones.
What do you think about the Eagles and Sixers hot start?
Go Eagles!
Go Eagles!
Go Sixers! Listen, I'm a Philly fan. I don't know these guys like I knew the guys of the 80s and the early 90s. One of my classmates, the late Andre Waters, Cheney grad. I think Andre graduated in 92, I believe. He may have graduated, 82. He may have graduated 83. I know it was before me. he was a walk-on to the Eagles. Buddy Ryan had open tryouts, and Andre was such a good player at Cheney, and he walked on and got hired, joined the team under Buddy Ryan, and he was on special teams, made a great name for himself, great renown he brought to his university, Cheney University. We loved him and loved the team. And so I'm a Philly team guy. I root for all Philly teams. Gotta admit, no, I root for Steph Curry too, but don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I root for Steph Curry. I like Steph Curry. But I'm a Philly guy. But again, my teams were, Allen Iverson era. That was my guy.
Yeah, I like
Me
that,
too,
Allen
me-
Iverson. He
Yeah,
was
me
good.
too. Me too.
Yeah, and you'd see he's now. I think the NBA has made him. Was the NBA? He and who is it? He and somebody. I'm getting it confused. I think he and Shaq maybe are ambassadors for the NBA. They're ambassadors for the NBA, and I hope that means he's going to do some things with Philadelphia 76ers, because just having Allen around will bring a lot of people back to the game.
Yeah.
He's Philadelphia, rough and scruffy, know what he knows and good at it, and goes forward in it. We missed that, and we're praying for our 76er who was hit by a hit and run driver the other day.
Yeah, Kelly Oubre. That was
Kelly,
sad.
yeah, we're
That was
praying
that
for
was
him.
sad. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, my goodness. And then a couple days later, another guy was hit and killed while he was being a good Samaritan, changing somebody's tires. So I wonder if it was any of those folk who had their license suspended or came into the driver license center high or drunk.
Yeah.
That's not funny, but
Yeah.
it makes me think,
Yeah, that was sad what happened to Kelly Oubre.
Yeah. My goodness, he's got a wife and 2 kids, and they almost lost him as he's taking a stroll to get some groceries or something near his home in Center City. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Crazy.
Do you have any advice for college students trying to get their degree? And
Well,
if anybody like William or Basil, or anybody looking for jobs in Commonwealth, do you have any suggestion and ideas? And if they want to reach out to you, can you share your contact info and all?
oh, definitely, I'll share that. Yeah, let me give you some advice. Let me put on my hat as the assistant director for career services and the internship coordinator at Cheney University, position I held for a number of years. Make sure you do internships.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Make sure you do internships. College abroad and fancy trips on spring break and all that's nice. But trying to figure out what you want to do before you graduate is very important. And the best way to do that is do internships in what you think you want to do.
Yeah.
Because you may find out, oh my goodness, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm still in school part-time, and I'll be graduating with my associate's degree in May, by the way.
In what?
In liberal studies arts.
Okay. And what's your favorite thing you like doing?
Well, I want to work for the U.S. Post Office.
Okay. So have you applied yet?
No, not yet, but I'm going to.
What are you waiting on?
Well, when I was talking to the career resources at my school, when I was talking to this one lady who works for them, she said I can apply there either end of March or beginning of April.
What's wrong with tomorrow? It's the federal government, William. They are slow as molasses. Slower.
Oh,
They're slower. Raul, they're slower than PennDOT when it comes to
Yeah,
hiring people. They
yeah, like
interview you and string you along for 6, 7 months
like
before you hear anything.
when I got interviewed, it was in November. Then they called me in March saying, "Would you like to?" They called me in
Right.
February asking whether do I wanted to accept the position, and I said yes. And then I started in March. So it's a
2
long time.
months.
It's a
It's a
long time.
long time. So William, apply. Go online or go. Yeah, I think you can go online and do it. Apply tomorrow. You never know. They are in need of people to be mail carriers. That's the first job that you get. They're in need.
thank you for telling me.
You should apply right away, because by the time the hiring process for you is over, it'll be May. You will have graduated or about to graduate, or the Lord might bless. You might get offered a position before you graduate. How proud your parents and your loved ones will be. You have a job, not just an offer, but a real job right before you graduate. And so you can take your degree and go to work, spend 3 years learning to be a mail carrier, learning all the systems and all the apparatus and the ways that they do and what have you. After 3 years, start looking around to see where you can go, what else you've seen over the last 3 years that you think you want to do in the U.S. postal system, and use your degree and start moving up, start branching out, going here, going there, and until you get to where it is you think you want to be, and then start rising up there. You don't stay a postal a mail carrier all your life if you don't want to.
I plan to be I plan to be a reply position clerk distributor that scans mail and stuff.
There you go. Yeah. And that position has a supervisor and a manager.
Thank you for telling me
director.
the kind of government jobs that they take longer to apply. They take longer. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah. That job has all other higher positions that oversee it and 5, 6, 7 other positions. So you want to get in there now while you're young, learn it, move up, get that position you're talking about, and then 4, 5, 6 years down the road, now you want to be the manager.
Yeah. Hey,
and you need no more degree than what you already have.
Yep. But the thing is, I don't graduate till May. That's the thing.
Yeah, but you might get hired before then. When you're not in school, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Huh?
I currently work at my job, the movie tavern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bethlehem Pike, Germantown Pike.
Collegeville.
Okay. So great job. You get to see free movies, get free popcorn.
Yeah.
But if the U.S. Postal Service called you 2 months after you applied and offered you a position, and you said, "Well, I'm in school part-time," they say, "We'll work around your school schedule."
Yeah.
Would that be good or bad?
Bad.
That'd be bad?
Yeah.
No, it's good, William. It's good.
You wouldn't want to work for the U.S. Postal Service part-time while you're still going to school?
Well, I was planning to work full-time after I graduate.
You were planning to do what?
Work full-time.
Yes, you're not listening to me. If they called you 2 months after you applied and you're still in school, you're still working at the movie tavern, and they said, "William, we want to offer you a position. We understand you're in school, but we can work around your school schedule." Yeah. Would you take the position?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But you'll never be able to take it if you don't apply right now. That's all I'm saying. This is what I like to do with young people. Talk about what they think they want to do and why, and then use my experience as the assistant director for career service and internship coordinators to help them. This is why I say everybody needs to have an internship, because companies will see you come in, see you hustling, see you learn it, and realize they've got 2 or 3 people over there who've been sleeping on the job. And you could come in and really do a good work for them and for yourself. And they'll keep you in mind and come find you after the summer's over and say, hey, William, we have a position here. We wanted to make sure that you would be a good fit, but it pays a regular salary. It's part-time, but you'd make a regular salary, and you could still go to school, and we'd like to offer it to you if you and your parents would be agreeable to it.
Yeah. So, Raul, what you said that when you applied for PennDOT, you applied. What month did you apply? You said November.
It was
I
in,
applied.
I applied in
applied in-
November. I applied in November
In
of 2020. It was 2021, and I didn't get the job. I didn't get any calls until February, and then March 2022. March 2022 I started.
Oh, okay.
So going to that PennDOT website and trying to find a job is real easy.
Okay, got it.
And can you share your contact info if anybody wants to reach out to you?
Work for the
And
Yes, indeed.
common welfare.
Yes, indeed.
And
Yeah,
can you
in case
talk about
yeah,
can you
in
talk
case-
about some event
Yeah.
you are hosting as a union?
Yes. Well, a couple things I'm doing as a union. All right. So yesterday I had a orientation for some new members in Center City. Today there was a disciplinary hearing for a member. And tomorrow night on Zoom, we're having on Zoom and in person, Ask Me Local 1980. Yours truly is the president. We're having our monthly meeting, and it will be at our union hall as well as online. And that's only for our members, of course, but it gives a time for everybody to come together, talk about what's going on in their shop, in their area, and then to kind of get some general information. One thing we look for in the union is for people to be what we call shop stewards, which means you would learn the contract. You would learn how to handle disputes that would happen in your building or in your site, on your floor, in your department, and you would handle the first round of issues with that, and then you would represent the other members of your work. We're having online. It began tonight. It's for 3 nights in a row. So it's the 14th, 15th, 16th. Our district council in Harrisburg is doing a statewide training for people who want to be shop stewards. Saturday, I'm having Local 1980 is having its first holiday event where we're having just a get together of union members and we'll have a little food and play some games and just relax a little bit and get to know one another. Again, that's just for the members though, but we'll be doing some things. I have a comedian, Chanel Renee, who is just moving up the charts all around the country, and going to see if I can't get her. Well, I know I can get her to do it. I just have to find a time when she's not making that big Hollywood money, that she can come and do a comedy thing for us, either at the Union Hall, or I would like to have it at the Union Hall, just so it would be something different. But the union does, aside from helping people when they join aside from telling people how to put their career on a good path so that they constantly are moving up every few years, taking a higher position. We also help when people are in trouble, when they mess up at work. We come in and try and save their job and teach them how to do better, and work with management so that they don't lose their job and their livelihood, and have a detrimental effect on their family. Although sometimes people fire themselves all the time. And so if you do some things that are so egregious, so contrary to the work rules, there's nothing the union or anybody else can do. There are laws. And if you break you break the rules, there are consequences. As I preached on Sunday, there are consequences to everything. Sometimes the consequences is good. Sometimes the consequence is bad.
Yeah. So, Rahul, about you when you applied to PennDOT, that was way after you graduated from Monca. When you applied, that was way after you graduated that spring of 2021, from what I remember.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the same thing basically you did.
Yeah. Before we wrap things up, can you talk about what you're thankful for, Mr. Morris, and
what I'm thankful for,
and what you're doing for Thanksgiving for the holiday,
and then Basil, would you like to sign it off? And Mr. Morris, you can share your contact info if anybody wants to reach out to you.
Okay, my contact, my number is 215-820-1943. Is there a chat on here I can put it in? I don't see it.
Yeah.
But if there's a chat, you can put it in chat. And there's a email. My email, if somebody wants to email me, it's my first name, Elisha, my middle initial, B as in baby, 1975 @gmail.com. So it's Elisha B 1975 @gmail.com is my email, and my number is 215-820-1943.
What's your phone number you said?
215-820
1943. 1943. And Elisha.
Elisha, ELISHA, B as in baby, 1975 @gmail.com. Okay. I do appreciate you guys having me on. Hopefully I've been able to help you or your listeners, not just with what I do with AFSCME Counts Local 1980, but also more importantly with you guys' career path. And again, there are jobs available with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, employment.pa.gov. There are open jobs. You can just click on jobs that are open to the public, jobs that are internal postings. And then, William and Basil, there are intern and apprenticeship opportunities for students. So by all means, if you or any of your listeners, your subscribers are looking for a job, employment.pa.gov.
Okay, thank you.
You can sign up for hundreds of jobs there all across the state. And that's another thing. Don't be so wedded to where you live that you won't take a job in another county.
Yeah. Can you, Elijah, can you, I just text you my name and phone number. Can you send me your email and
yes, indeed,
and the website so I can share this with people about the Common Welfare of Pennsylvania?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I heard that's a great job to do. Listen,
the Commonwealth is a great agency to work for. The state of Pennsylvania, Commonwealth of
Do they
Pennsylvania.
pay good money?
They pay good money. Listen, did you hear me say family sustaining entry level positions?
Yes.
You can start a job at the driver license center making, I think it's 37 or 38,000 a year.
Really?
Now, yeah. And all you need is a high school diploma.
Cool.
Is a high school diploma. And if you get in there, again, you stay 3 years, you can move up. You can get a job with the welfare department as a frontline person. When people come in, you're the one that takes all their information and puts it in the computer and see if they're eligible for benefits. You give them their benefits, sign them up. That's another $38,000 a year entry level job.
Okay.
Social worker for working for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I have a social worker in the church now, Sister. Well, I won't have to call her name, but she's making probably $70,000 a year working for the Commonwealth as a social worker. Now she's been there 20 years, so she keeps moving up in salary and in position. But there are all kinds of jobs. You know, maybe one night you guys get a chance, we'll talk about jobs and I'll have you pull something up on the computer where people can actually see the type of positions that the Commonwealth has available right now for you.
Okay.
But we'll do that. But let me thank you. I don't want to take up all your time. Thank you for having me on tonight. Will, I just sent you my email.
Okay.
Thank you for having me on, and I appreciate it. And hopefully somebody will take advantage of one of these opportunities with the Commonwealth, and you know, your show will be the show that got somebody a family sustaining job.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
When people apply for the job for Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, do they have to take any tests? Yes or no? I'm just curious.
Yeah, they're depending on what the job is, there's a test. When it comes to the driver licensing center, there was a general test that everybody has to take just to eliminate people who, I guess, don't have the basics that they're looking for. But the tests are it's I think it was about an hour and a half, and
now they changed the test. It based on they ask questions and then you answer the questions, and then you submit the application, and then they will if you get a higher score, then you get a call for an interview or something.
Yeah, but it's the little test is nothing to be afraid of. It's just a basic aptitude test, really. I mean, if you've taken SATs or if you've taken any kind of standardized test in high school, same thing, not much different. Again, they're not looking for the super, person with all the degrees. They want regular people to take these jobs because regular people know how to deal with regular people.
That makes sense.
And he wants young people like all you two to stay home. Don't leave our great Commonwealth to go somewhere else to get a family sustaining job. You can stay home and get it. We're making them available for you here. We want to keep our good talent, our brain. There's been a brain drain in Pennsylvania. All you guys, you're smart, you're intelligent, you can go to school and get even smarter, get even more intelligent. And then you go somewhere else because Pennsylvania has not opened its doors and welcomed you back home. And so Governor Shapiro has done that. He doesn't want to see all of our bright and young people, energetic, leaving the state to go somewhere else. So he's making it possible for you guys to stay here, get a good job, and raise your family or take care of your family.
Basil, you want to sign it off before we wrap it up?
Yep. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Elliot. I appreciate your words, and I think we can learn from you. And we're going to all take advantage of the people that are looking are going to take advantage for these jobs that you're talking about through the Commonwealth.
Great.
And William, you want to sign off also?
Yeah. Thank you everyone for listening tonight. Please remember to click and subscribe to Rockin' with Rahul and the Two Amigos on our YouTube channel.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.